Our next guest has a very impressive resume. He is a DJ, a brewer of beer, a backyard cricket enthusiast, and also the sitting Prime Minister of Australia.
I was in Melbourne this morning, and I'll be back down there tomorrow.
Fantastic. You have to pop in. Say good day.
I have to pop in Thursday morning.
Okay. It's a date.
Done.
We love a man who keeps his word. Please welcome to the show, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese.
Hey!
Albo,
Good morning.
Great to be here.
You really stuck to your word, to be honest. When
I
Clint
always
played
stick
us
to my word.
that audio, I was like, that ain't happening.
Yeah, no, we might get a text.
Well, that was in my backyard.
Yeah,
of course.
it actually was.
Yeah,
Yes.
but let's be honest.
On
You
Tuesday,
promise
good fun.
anything. You promise anything to get Clint out of your house.
Oh well, there is that. I've got to say, there were a lot of crew there.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Just a lot of people, but good fun for good causes. We raised more than $20,000 for
Amazing.
charity.
Now, how much warning do you get? Because when people turn up to my house, or more people than
Oh,
expected,
yes.
I get this real, panic, anxiety. I wasn't prepared to have this many people in my house. Is everything spick and span?
I like a text that you're on the way.
You need a lot of warning.
Well, I, of course, was in Melbourne that morning, so flew up to be in Sydney for the backyard cricket. Toto didn't get any warning, though. She was a bit... Toto the dog was a bit freaked out by how many
Yes,
people
a
were
lot
there.
of guests.
And if you didn't make it there, would it be a text to Clint telling him where the spare key is, just to let himself in?
Oh, I think there's a few people there in charge
I
of
don't think
security.
He's got
let
a
me
spare
tell
key
you.
in one of those rocks.
No one will pick it.
But where does Toto the dog live? Because you're a bit in Sydney, but you're mostly at the lodge in Canberra, right?
Yeah, Toto's sort of transient, and I as well share custody with my ex as well.
Are you one of those?
I'm one of those.
What do you do? It's like meet at a servo every week
I'm
and
one of
exchange
those.
in the car park?
Do you? I've got a lot of friends who do that.
No, it works,
There you go.
and we still have a good relationship. We're friends, so
Wow, good for
Toto's living the good life.
What
yeah,
about-
and you know what? When your parents get separated, all of a sudden they both spoil you more because they want to be the
Yes.
favourites. So Toto's living the dream.
Yes,
You need to
is,
get
absolutely.
You need to get the feds to check her for wires. Like if Dutton gave the ex a quick 50 to mic up the
Yeah.
dog, imagine what I could record. you know what I mean?
No.
He's not that clever.
My ex has much better taste than to take $50 off Dutto.
How is the just quickly? How is the shoulder? Because you were bowling at pace.
I was having
You
good
would-
fun.
can
I
I
haven't
tell
rolled
you?
the shoulder over for a long time, I've got to
it
say.
was fairly good.
But I
I had my doubts because I'd only
Had
ever
your
seen a
doubts?
few other PMs in action.
well,
like
John
Johnny.
Howard's regarded it as his greatest regret as Prime Minister.
Bowling
gives-
underarm.
That's a lot of
Bowling there
pressure.
on the subcontinent was pretty bad. It kind of hit his feet.
Did you have that kind of nervous energy about you in case you became the next internet meme?
Absolutely. I hadn't rolled an arm over for a long time, since the last backyard cricket game. That was more than a year ago. So,
Well, look, Albo's hanging out with us for the next 20. We're going to come back. We've got a bunch of issues we want to bring up with you. We've also got a present for you this morning.
Yes.
After Clint's been at your place,
Yes.
we've gone
I
shopping to give
noticed
you
something, Albo.
it isn't something he pinched from the house.
No,
He's
no,
giving
no,
back,
no,
is
no.
it?
I thought about it, but no.
We do want to hit all the big topics with you today, Elbo, including, I'm sure you have been playing this in your earpods out on your morning walk, our Australian entry into Eurovision. The
Have you heard
Milkshake
this?
Man. Have you heard it yet?
I haven't heard it.
As a
haven't
former
heard it.
DJ, Albo will profit.
Yeah, I reckon you're a DJ. You're going to love this. It is the Milkshake
playing
Man.
it now?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
going to play it
gonna
in
play
It's
full.
on now. Great.
We're
Yeah,
going
we're
to play
going to play
for you
it now.
now.
You can have a listen and give us a review
I'll
after
give it a
this.
score out of 10.
We
I
love
give
it.
you the Milkshake Man on Nova. We are on the air with Albo this morning.
I say sweet, sweet, you say yum, yum, sweet, 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 sweet.
That is our Australian entrant into Eurovision.
I love it so much.
Albo, when I say sweet, sweet, you say
Yum, yum.
Yes!
That's it.
It's a winner.
It's great, isn't it?
I've heard it once, and that stuck.
I know.
You're going to be walking around all your press
Now-
conferences
And that
today
is- no,
saying,
I'm worried about the work ethic of my team because they're all obsessed by Eurovision.
Oh, yeah.
do you think we'll be taken seriously as a country with that entrant?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Eurovision's about fun.
I want to
Isn't it?
see you on the news tonight saying to the press corps, when I say sweet, sweet,
You say yum, yum.
PM, you don't get that on ABC or 3AW, do you?
You don't, but you should.
More of it, I
You
say.
should.
More of the Milkshake Man.
I
man-
think that will be a huge success. It's a banger.
And the kids love it.
well, the man behind it, hopefully on the show with us tomorrow.
Fantastic. Where's he from?
Perth, WA boy.
WA boy.
WA, very
Go,
good.
Joe.
You are listening to Nova 100. It is just gone 8:09. You got Jason Lauren Clint's here, and the PM, Anthony Albanese, is with us this morning. Few issues we want to talk about, including a few dollars thrown our way here in Melbourne to get us to the airport quicker. Before we get to that, though,
It's probably been the biggest story of the last 24 hours. It's in our media, in the radio industry. There were some completely disgraceful comments made yesterday by a radio broadcaster involving women's sport, in particular the Matildas. I know you're a huge fan of the Matildas, like we all are, these incredible women.
Absolutely.
And so many other incredible women in sport and women in general who are deeply, deeply offended about what was said on radio. Where do you sit on it all?
Look, they were just shocking comments that anyone could think it, let alone say it. Completely unacceptable. The Tillies are just legends. They excited and brought together the whole country. The whole country was united in cheering for them. Women's and girls' sport has been a revolution in my lifetime. In football, as in soccer football, AFL, has our Governor General Sam Mostyn was was the first woman appointed as an AFL commissioner, and she really drove the creation of AFLW. That's fantastic. Rugby league in Vegas in a couple of days' time. There'll be a women's game there. It's fantastic.
PM, they're not only clumsy, they're offensive comments. What would you say?
He also made some comments as well about Endo
Yeah,
not being
of
real. We need to respect each other, and disrespecting more than half the population is not on.
Okay,
There's no room for it.
So blokes out there, very much in the minority, that might think that's funny. What's your
Well,
message?
it's just not funny. It's
not.
offensive. And these are great athletes. Like they performed so well to get to the semis in the World Cup. But even if they didn't, so what? They're doing their best, and they're great athletes, and they're better footballers than all the blokes who'd be critiquing them, frankly.
Exactly right. We've had Olympians on this morning. We've had athletes.
yeah.
And I think the general feeling is that it's just archaic, it's outdated, and it's disgraceful. And I'm so glad that it's been dealt with accordingly, because there's no room
Absolutely.
for it in the media space. In the world, actually. Forget about the media.
Of
In
course.
general, these
Of course.
conversations shouldn't be being had.
I make this point as well. Remember the Olympics? Remember as the gold medals came through? They had something in common.
They're all women.
They're all women.
They're all women.
They're all
Yes.
women.
Putting blokes to shame.
And certainly the Matildas are more successful historically than our men's team have been. Elise Perry, statistically, is probably the greatest cricketer, maybe Bradman, but he didn't bowl, the greatest cricketer that Australia has produced.
Hey, while we've got you, I know it'll be a big few days for you. My gut says you're going to call an election this weekend. So you're
It's
breaking
my
up.
birthday on Sunday.
Is it?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
How old are we turning?
How many candles?
Come on.
35.
That's
40s.
I wish you
Do
were
you,
a
just
man,
get,
Clint.
do you just get the one candle that sings happy birthday instead of the full
Oh,
amount?
yeah, you don't want 62 candles on a cake. That-
Oh, 60 is the new 50.
There's no room for the cake. Yeah, no, I look at photos of me sort of 10 years ago. I'm fitter than I was when I was 50. So
Yeah, you look great.
I feel great.
Getting match fit for the election.
Get out and about. Oh, absolutely.
Do you change your fitness regime in a time like this?
Well, I'm off the grog completely.
Are
Oh,
you?
you've been doing
Really?
Feb fast with
So,
us, Clint.
Just
I
done.
had from New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Did you go a bit, did you go a bit hard?
I did. I went real hard. I got to say.
Everyone else is pumping.
I went real
we
hard.
all had that thought on the first.
Yeah,
New
that's
year,
right.
new me.
I was at a distillers in Richmond in Tasmania, just outside of Hobart on Saturday, and we're announcing increased support for the small distillers and small brewers.
Right.
And so I did have to. I was there. It would be rude to not have a little
Yeah, that doesn't count.
shot,
Tipple.
a little shot of whiskey. So that, apart from that,
Well
I've been
done.
good.
So
He's
you're
looking
feeling
good.
good.
He's breaking out the checkbook too.
Do we have a date for the election yet?
He's going
No.
to tell us on his birthday.
No,
You're going to announce it on your birthday?
no,
No, not a birthday present for the
Okay.
rest
no.
of us.
Hey, so, there you
I'll
go.
announce it when I'm ready.
Oh, the power.
You're the boss. You can.
But everyone, 3 years is too short. I
Oh, you
keep
want
saying
fixed
the
terms.
same thing. I want fixed terms, 4 years is what we should have. That's what all the state and territory governments have.
Yeah.
But we'll see how
I got
we
a
go.
concern about one of the promises. You're
Yeah.
offering billions to fix or do a rail link out to the Melbourne airport. I just think by the time we build it, shouldn't we be hovering?
It's taking time, isn't
Like
it?
that show Beyond 2000 promised me hover cars. By the time we build, like how long would that take?
You're,
I know
you're
you,
watching too many Back to the Future movies.
Yes,
I think,
yes.
don't you? Michael J. Fox style,
And
out to the airport.
I know you're promising big cash to get it going, and God knows we need it here in Melbourne. How long would it realistically take to build something like
Look,
that?
it does take a while, but the planning is done.
Yep.
And so, by the benefit of really upgrading Sunshine Station
Yep.
there, what you will do as well as provide benefits not just for people going to the airport, but for the upgrade will help for people from Geelong,
Yeah.
Bendigo, Ballarat to get linked into the metro line that'll open later this year. So it will really improve the whole capacity of the network.
I know,
But
I know.
We do need it.
I mean, Victorians will tell you this has been spoken about for years and years and years. Can the Allen government actually pull this off?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
And we've got $7 billion total of Commonwealth funding. Jacinta Allen announced yesterday as well as part of this. We've been working it through. She's bringing forward funding so that construction can start next year. We've spoken with the airport. There was this whole dispute over whether it be above ground or below
Yes.
ground and
Just
all
get
of
it
that.
done.
We've got rid of all of that. So ready to rock and roll.
Great. Let's go because the traffic to the airport in Melbourne
Oh, the
is.
airport.
Absolutely. I go there a few times. I'll be going there this morning.
We were having some discussion about this morning. And do you fly on the Spirit of Australia or Virgin, or have you got your own plane you're getting around in?
No, I've got the Royal Australian Air Force flying me
amazing.
around.
Have they fixed
so-
the hairdryer situation after Kevin Rudd? Is the
Did he
hairdryer-
complain
is
about
it all
it?
good on
I
board
don't-
now?
do I look like I need a hairdryer? I wish. Thanks very much, mate.
when we told
That's the
Lauren-
nicest thing you've ever said to me.
When we told Lauren you flew on the RAF jet, she
thought it was a Hornet.
like a fighter jet, one that does loop to loops.
We're just going
No,
over
no.
to Nova. We'll hit the eject button now and drop you down there, Prime Minister.
that's
we're going to take a quick
just
break.
a Boeing.
We are on the air with Albo this morning. The Prime Minister's with us. We've got a couple more things we want to talk to you about after the break. And then we've got a parting gift for you. Something to take home to Kirribilli House.
We think you need it.
It is just gone
Okay.
8:17.
Teasing now.
The Prime Minister is with us this morning. Anthony Albanese on the air here at Nova 100. You got Jason Lauren Clint's here as well. Albo, I want to talk America.
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 Oh, yes.
How was the phone call with Trumpy?
It was pretty good. It a bit surreal because that voice is
Elon.
so so unique, and the speaking style comes through. There's lots of adjectives
Yes,
like
is-
you see in the public discourse.
Yes.
Did he say
Is it, on,
Place.
is it on the phone
Yeah, it
or
was really
FaceTime?
warm. Yeah, it's on the phone with there's
Video?
note takers there. No.
Oh, there's no video call.
so do
No.
they?
So it's in a secure room.
Yeah.
And it was really constructive and positive. Lasted for the last one lasted for about 40 minutes.
Wow.
40 minutes?
Yeah, it was longer
So-
than what it was
Albo,
supposed to be, which is a good sign.
Were you trying to get him off after 30?
No.
Don, I'm going into a car park.
Do you call him or does he call you?
Oh, there's neither of us. It's
Oh,
through.
right. You just get past a phone.
Yeah.
We're ready.
There's people on a system, a
Okay.
secure line, and it's the White House person speaking to the
Oh, yeah.
security
In the
person
media
in a
room.
Parliament
Let's
House.
set you up. And
Yeah.
is it friendly or is it all
It
business?
was really friendly. It was really friendly. It was warm. I congratulated him on his inauguration.
Yep.
We talked about a range of things, including Jordan Matilda had won
Oh,
the
yes.
first
Oh,
Aussie to win the
yes.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
Former South Sydney junior, so I worked that in. You want to try to develop a relationship
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
anyone, and talking to someone who's a world leader is no different at some level from human relationships that
Yeah.
we developed outside the studio here, just
Yeah,
having
yeah,
a
yeah.
chat. And
Did he bring up his new bestie, Elon?
You know,
Elon.
no, that wasn't raised.
Right.
How
Offer you any
interesting.
Dogecoin?
He seemed to like you. He said nice things about you.
He did.
He seemed to
did.
like
Well,
you.
we had a really warm discussion.
Great.
And that's important. You know, I'm representing Australia when I'm having that conversation. President Trump and I come from very different perspectives.
Yeah. But let's keep him on our side.
That's obvious, but that doesn't mean that you can't work in our national interest, and it's in our interest to have a good relationship with the United States, but also it is in their interest as well. We bring a lot to the relationship.
You've been to the White House,
I certainly have.
so what's the decor like?
The facilities.
I'm just thinking of comparing houses.
It's it's a lot bigger, let me
is.
tell you,
Yes.
to say the least. And we had dinner. Well, we had an official dinner at the White House, where there were many hundreds and hundreds. I think there were about 500 there in a big marquee. That was pretty cool.
Do you take a bottle of wine, some favourites?
Do you have to take a gift?
Oh, some Capri favourites or some roses.
Or you don't take a gift?
Right.
Well, you take a gift, but they're sort of exchanged behind the scenes.
Right.
But we had dinner the night before with just myself and Jodie and Joe and Jill Biden, just the four of us in the West Wing. That
Just
was pretty.
the four of you.
That was pretty cool. And afterwards, I reckon
Soft foods?
the nicest, but be nice.
Sorry.
Be nice.
Sorry.
The
Sorry.
nicest mum.
Must have been a 5:30 sitting there.
Gee, they're
I bet
getting
dinner
in
didn't
now.
go for 40 minutes.
Jill, after we were staying at Blair House.
Yes.
It's just the
accommodation.
official home, if you like, just next to the White House where we were staying. And we were going to walk back rather than be driven. And Jill went and got a pair of sneakers for Jodie.
Jodie.
Oh,
And-
that's nice.
That's the
So-
sisterhood
So
right there.
she wasn't walking in her heels back.
That's nice.
And then Jodie sent her later on, she sent her a pair of Ugg boots.
Oh,
Brilliant.
there you go.
Very
That's
brilliant.
the sisterhood.
When I
right
caught
there.
up with the president at the G20 in South America
and
later
he was
on,
wearing them.
Jill had thanked.
That's
Jodie
nice.
for
It
the
came
Ugg
up in
boots.
conversation, so she did get them. Sometimes you don't know if the security
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
system
Hey,
grabs them.
Yeah, or keeps them for themselves.
we're going to lose you in a couple of minutes, but there's something we just need to bring up. You ran into Clint Stanaway a couple of
Yes.
days ago. You were hosting backyard cricket at your place in Sydney. Our boys Fitzy and Whipper up here, Nova in Sydney were doing a big charity match. Clint used your bathroom and he noticed something.
Oh, here we go.
The air freshener, the orange power.
That was put in there for the Nova visitors.
We were going to block the pipes.
It's not normally in there.
Isn't it? We think you need to upgrade the
Yes.
orange power.
Orange Planet Arc.
Orange power.
So that's
So we got
some
the-
sort of
we got the
toilet
nice
freshener.
stuff.
We've
Oh,
got
what
the
have we
Aesop, a good
Aesop.
Australian brand.
How goes that? Post poo drop.
Yeah, perfect. They look
Nothing
nicer.
like a direct message. is
Yes,
there?
they're aesthetically far more pleasing than that orange powder.
You're representing the country. We can't have the
We
bright
can't.
orange bottle.
No.
Like, come on,
That
mate.
in there.
You can't
I mean-
have that in there.
Imagine what Trump would think.
Trump would need
Oh,
it.
he's the same colour as the orange power. So.
Stop.
Alba, it's going to be a crazy couple of weeks ahead for you. Happy birthday for the weekend, mate.
Thanks very much.
And we appreciate your time this morning. We really do.
No, it's great.
So
Thanks
no
for having me
election
on.
called on your birthday?
Well,
Because
you
I'm
know,
hosting weekend
maybe.
today and I just
There
don't
might
need the
be.
stress. Oh, it might?
Well, you
Nah,
know,
he's not
we'll wait
doing
to
that on
see.
his
I've got to
birthday.
keep him guessing.
Hang on. Clint's basically asking, can I have a big night
Yeah.
the night before or will it be a heavy news day?
No, that's, what time does the show end?
7 to 10. Thanks for watching, PM.
No, well, I watch early. I'm out and
Oh,
about
yeah.
He's
working.
busy.
You're the 7
Yeah.
o'clock hour.
He's busy.
You're not missing much. Alba. It's just gone 28 past
Thanks,
8.
Elbow. Great to see you.
Good on
Thanks,
you, mate.
guys.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova